Fuck, you're old.
Get ready, everybody. Sparky's Paranormal and Outdoors coming at you. You're going to see, sometimes, videos like this. You're going to hear EVPs sometimes like this. I can't promise you every video is going to have anything, because it's not. Sometimes it's going to be me out there being boring. But you know what? That's what research is. Let's go find stuff. Come join me. Hey everybody, Sparky coming at you. I wasn't alive today with two ladies I totally love, awesome ladies. So if you think this is gonna be like a video to like dish somebody, it's not. It's my point of view. It's just my point of view. So I'll let the ladies read my question and let them talk. They actually went on for a little while longer, but it was not on that topic. It was kind of like in and out of that topic. So I'm gonna play most of what they had like on that topic. If you want to see the original video, I will put it down below, because they're both awesome ladies. I'll put both their links. Okay, here we go.
We're going to get to some questions and comments. I'll start from the bottom up. You can let me know what you think about this. I would have to disagree, because more people than ever are pushing on the paranormal door, yet we still only have hundreds of people that could be affected with over 8 billion. Well, I know what my reply is to that, and Lorilei, you can chime in. I believe people are affected every single day by different ethereal beings and entities, and they don't even realize it. I think there are people who walk around with attachments and don't realize it. Having an attachment and being possessed are two entirely different situations, as many researchers know. Things come in, their whole lives are affected. And
plus, it can go dormant, I believe, with some people too, and then it rears its head again, thinking everything's gone away. I've seen that, especially with attachments.
So, I understand where they're coming from. These two lovely ladies, they deal with the extreme, or researching the extreme all the time. They're not in the normal light of everything. It's like me saying I was a cop and I dealt with really bad people every day, therefore all people are bad, or most people are bad, or most people get affected by people that are bad. It's the same kind of thing. It's one of those where perspective outweighs the actual scientific evidence of what is going on. Are there people that have been stated they're possessed, or they have effects of they might be possessed, or the church even defines they are possessed? Yes. Are they super rare? Yes. It's like even if you go into the churches, the possessions things that they're trying to deal with, because they have to prove so much to say they're possessed, which I think they actually covered in this video at one point, is so demanding. Like the church being involved with possessions is so rare. If you think about it, all the possession, like multiple people said somebody's possessed, you're talking about online, worldwide, and there's maybe like 25 to 20 that are like, oh yeah, that looks like a possession. Out of 8 billion people, why I say it's so rare. I'm again, I love these ladies. They're awesome. But I try to push the point where a lot of these people get into the field, or like these ladies been in the field for a very long, very, very long time. It's like talking to an old cop. It's like this guy lives in a trailer home. He's like, well, he sells meth. He probably smells coke. He probably does weed. Da da da. Because he is so tainted from every dirtbag he's seen in a trailer. People that in the field long enough, they see only one thing. They're like, oh yeah, there's a ton of them. There's not. There really isn't. You can look at research possessed. I mean, by the actual documents and multiple people saying, I think this person was possessed. It's not a lot per year, let alone per century. That's why they keep on going back to the ones that were actually like, there's no question this person was possessed. And I point that out because I don't want people to be scared about that. They should be aware of it. Don't get me wrong, but they shouldn't be scared of it. It's like people, like, I don't like to fly. I hate flying. I hate getting a coffin that's in the air and just hoping it stays up there. But statistics say you're pretty safe flying. You're about, equal of getting hit by lightning, which, okay, if you know me, my luck is not that good. Just saying. But if you look at overall, possessions, super, 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 super fucking rare. Attachments for things, it is rare-ish. More things that have attachments than you think, because it's not just an attachment, it's energy left on it, which people call attachments, which is not really an attachment. It's just energy left on that thing, like your grandfather's pocket watch, your great-grandmother's wedding ring. That's energy left on it. It's not, there's not a spirit attached to it. There is just a bunch of energy left, whether good, bad, or indifferent. Now, when you get to attachments, like she said, is like there's a ton of people that have attachments. Yes. But the way she said it, no. Again, I love Michelle. I love her. She's awesome. And she has a lot more time in doing the internet and the radio and all that stuff, right? I just know from my experience working with spirits and dealing with a head ton of people, I can tell you I've only had a couple that when I looked into their eyes, I was like, you're not a person. You are somebody. It's like something else is there. Something else possesses you. It's a rare freaking thing. And if you're talking about somebody like me, when all the fields I was doing, contacting people in the weirdest fucking ways, I have contacted more people than most in their lifetime. Just saying. But back to attachments. When you say there's a lot of attachments, more than people think, yes. How it was said, as in it might be a bad thing, no. Attachments are a weird thing where a spirit actually has to have a entry point to attach to you. Or they attach to your home, or they attach to your garage, or a safety somewhere else. You guys heard me talk about this before. Most things that are easily attached to you are spirits that know you, or you welcome because they are good helping spirits. Negative spirits attaching to a person is also, in my opinion, rarish. It does happen. It's not like possession. It's like it happens a lot more than that. Don't get me wrong. But you're also talking about when that happens, to have that kind of attachment and people not even know that happen, the icky feeling, all the stuff that comes right before that, when that spirit or entity is actually trying to attach to you, you will feel, I mean, it's going to be bad. If you don't notice that, and then after it attaches to you, you don't notice the first little while, because now it's trying to, like, it's, okay, I'm here, I'm going to follow you around because I'm just going to screw with you. Mostly because you probably pissed it off. Or it's trying to get out of one location and go to another location, are the two main reasons why they actually attach to you. It's gonna be rare. You don't get a negative attachment, walk around it for a month and not know you have a bad attachment, because yeah, it's like I have a skunk in my pocket, but I don't know I have a skunk in my pocket for a month. It's not gonna happen. In my opinion, most bad things have very good tells. They can actually confuse you. They can trick you at a distance. If you're like investigating and you're trying to talk to them, if they come over EVPs or they come over like a spirit box or what have you, they can trick you from a distance. But once they close that distance, you're talking about, like everything else, once it gets, they can't hide their energy. They can't hide what they're putting out. They only can trick you with the voice. They only can trick you with what they tell you. Once they get close enough, you're gonna know. So I totally disagree with attachments that are bad that people don't know they have. That's a rarity. That's like a super rarity. And normally if that does happen, it's because it's attached to something they have, not the person, or the place they're at, not the person. The reason why they wouldn't have the word ick, the weird smells, the just I want to run, the whole like fright all the time of like I don't like this, like being in a movie that's just scary all the time. They're around that. Now, we have a little other one that they're going to talk about, and I'll just play it now. So hold on.
The TV, I was just watching the written news, and I had my earbuds in because all the kids were asleep. And all of a sudden, something growly came through and went, Michelle, just like that. I was like, oh. It says, I'll pick something up. I'll see you tomorrow. And I came in, and I just like, okay. And I was able to clear the place because it had just stepped back.
That's what I was going to say, because it hadn't got its, if you will, proverbial hooks in and really set roots.
Okay, so I have two things on this. One, if I'm in another room and I'm trying to tell my wife or my son or my daughter or something that's on the other side of the house, hey, I'm here, or stop something, and I say it, they can't hear me, next time I say it, it's going to be loud, it's going to be growl, I'm just like, stop, get over here. And they're like, what? A lot of people, when they hear EVPs or they hear a voice, like in-person voices, they can be really weird because they can be really soft and like it's like an echoey kind of like it's an odd sound, or it can be like super gravelly, like demonic, like you know what I mean? Like if she's talking, it's like Michelle. You got to remember, for them to make that noise, to allow you to hear it, takes a lot of energy. They're screaming it. So, I'm not saying all the time, but I'm saying most of the time, it's them just trying to come across. I've had that, and I've actually proven after the fact it was not. They were just basically yelling, or it came over distorted, what have you. So, just because I hear a growly voice say my name, which I have in this room, and you guys have heard it on my lives, it's one of those where I don't take that immediately as like that's bad. I'm like, somebody is trying to get my attention. Somebody is trying to really let me know, hey, dumbass, I'm talking to you. Again, not all the time, but most of the time. Again, most of the stuff out there is not demonic. Most of the stuff out there is not like pure evil. It's either just don't give a shit or they want to hang out because they like you. That's the most part. I mean, you do have tricksters, you do have people like to do pranks, but I mean, like, for what everybody talk about, like evil, gonna possess you, not really. It's fucking rare. And if somebody wants to say you're full of bullshit, okay, there's 8 million people in the world. We have more investigators right now at this time than we've ever had in the history of us for paranormal. They're going in and poking the bear weekly, if not semi-weekly. They're telling spooky stories about gravelly voices and shadow people because they don't understand what that is. How many of those are going home and murdering their wife? How many of those are going off the rails, being possessed and like crazy? Oh, wait, none of them. How many people say they might have an attachment because they felt sick the next day because they were around 20 people that weekend and caught a fucking bug? Several. But how many actually have any evidence of any attachment? Not a lot. There are some, don't get me wrong, but not a lot. If we have more investigators going out poking the bear every week or multiple times a week that we've never had before, we have the largest population now. We should, if everybody's talking about possessions and attachments, it should be in the tens of thousands, and it should be widely known, and everybody should be able to point a camera at somebody and go, yeah, he's attached because of this, he saw that. They're going to take videos of shit flying off the shelves, possession, people doing weird shit, but nobody has that. Why? Because it's not happening. It is rare. Okay, the next thing, the comment about she caught it, and then, yeah, you got it before it got its claws in, or it was like settled, or it made a home, or that. I know some that believe that. Like, if you have a bad entity come in, they're susceptible for a little while until now they have their claws in your home, or into you, or into whatever, and it makes it harder for you to get them out. I can tell you this: if I open my door and a bear came through my door, I would say it'd be just as hard at that second to get that bear out, whether I ran out, left it for a week, and came back in. It's still gonna be the same to get the fucking bear out of my house. Spirits are the same way. The only thing you have benefiting at all with something coming into your home or trying to attach to you is the ones that you already have there that you like, they like you built a relationship on, and you actually have a working of like, we're doing our thing, right? They will actually protect you. So if you had something bad come in, they will help you fight it. So if they're already fighting it when it comes in, it could be easier to kick it out right away because they're already fighting it because they don't want it there. If you leave it for a week, all your guys are going to be tired because they've been battling this thing, kicking it in and out, that sort of thing. That is the only way that actually works. But if you're actually on good terms with your spirit army, once it comes in, if you don't know for whatever reason, they're gonna let you know there's an issue and they're dealing with something, and that's when you back them up and you actually help them remove whatever they're trying to remove. So we have that, and what was the last one? There was one more thing. Hold on. That's what it was. When Miss Lorilei actually said, is like, well, sometimes the attachments, they'll be there and then they leave and come back. Again, when people talk about attachments, they're normally meaning something is hooked on you that is bad or negatively affecting you. If you have an attachment, normally, that leaves and it comes back, I wouldn't call them attachments. I do have spirits that are here. I have had them on recordings. I have had them clicking and banging, asking questions, and then they said they're leaving, and then this whole place is quiet like it is now. It will come back. Why? It's because it's loved ones or friends that came in to check on me. They let me know they're there, and then they go back to where they were supposed to be in the begin with, where they left, where they're going, if you want to call it heaven or whatever you want to call that. They move back to where they're supposed to be, but come back and forth, off and on. If you have a negative attachment, there is only one reason why it would leave you and come back. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there's only one entity that does that, and they're just, at that point, they're assholes. Normally, they're like neutral or semi-neutral, but if you piss them off, they are pricks, and they follow bloodlines, and those are elementals. They will come in, screw with you, leave, and then just come back in to screw with you, and then leave. They are so old, it's fun for them to kind of like, I'm going to make your life hell. I don't want to give you all my time, but I'm going to make sure you're going to suffer some bullshit. Trust me, I've dealt with some of those. The guys, when you piss them off, they're something special. They're something special when you piss them off. But normal spirits don't leave unless it's a welcomed spirit, if you will. Something that knows you will come in and out. Spirits that are here that didn't want to cross over for whatever reason, they don't leave. They're just here. It just depends on where they're at. And if they have enough energy to respond to you. That's it. There is two big differences. If you have an attachment and you're like, it leaves sometimes, it comes back, congrats on you. It's a family member. He's coming back to see you. It's kind of a known thing. I'm just saying, it's kind of a known thing. Spirits either they're here or they're coming to check and they leave. Thank you. Appreciate it. That was a big ass bang. We'll move on. I can't remember the last. It was whenever I think I was going to talk about. I can't remember it. But my main point about all this, you're going to have two different sides to this. You're going to have people like selling you, like they're going to make videos that are scary. Everything is out to get you. Everything's going to like possess you. There's going to be demons around every corner. Demons are normal. All this kind of stuff. Where any like logical, intelligent person could look around them and go, yeah, that doesn't happen. That's like rare. Like, not that it doesn't happen, but that's like so rare. They're selling a fear factor to you, and they're doing it on purpose. Then you also have like these two sweet ladies I really respect and like. They're dealing with contacting, interviewing, researching all these like massive, like 1 in a billion literally events, and reading on them, researching them, and the reporting on them, and so as you go on, it's like a cop that goes down to like the shit part of town and they see a trailer and they're like, yep, whoever's in there is on meth and probably smoking weed. It's only right 1 out of like 30 times. But an old cop deals with it so much, it just gets into his head where he stops using logical reason of like, it could be just a dude living there and he's like down on his luck and that's where he's living, instead of like everybody in the trailer's a craphead. When you work with something so long, it's hard to keep an open view of realizing not everything is a demon, not everything is bad, not everybody's an asshole. I can tell you, I struggle with that right now. I'll be the first one to say it. I struggle with that now. When I meet people, especially out in public and stuff, I'm looking waistbands, ankles. I'm checking for weapons as I talk with them, and I'm assuming the worst because of my personality. But I don't tell my wife that. I don't tell my kids that. I tell my kids and my wife, be careful because not everybody is nice as you. So always be prepared and don't be gullible. But treat people like you want to be treated. Because they don't need my scars of my history to reflect on them. When people are in the field so long and they keep on talking about demonic and possessions and attachments, and it's a regular kind of fucking thing, they've been in the field so long they forgot it's not a normal thing. Normal people don't ever notice it, don't ever see it. And if you're talking about attachments, most of the attachments are good things, not bad. They're family, they're friends, they're some kind of relation, or they're spirits that were there when you moved in and they liked you, and so it was fine. Those kind of attachments are not really attachments. They're more of a roommate kind of thing of like, I like you, you're cool, you don't mind me being here because when I do stuff, you're kind of like, okay, whatever. You know, that's how it normally goes. This is why you guys see me done so many videos on people that are just demonic everything, possession everything. You have to be scared. You have to do this. This does not help our field. This does not get more people out investigating. It scares people. Every time I'm on, people ask me, well, what do you do about being like possessed or have an attachment? I'm like, I tell it, please don't follow me home. This is what I do. And I can usually tell right away when I leave the place if something's with me. And then I take care of it. It's rare that something actually tries to follow you. It's not that common. Because they're there for a reason. Unless they have to get out of that building because of another spirit or they're trying to get somewhere else, they're good there. You interrupted their home. Why in the hell would they follow you back to your home? You're not that sexy. I'm just sorry, but you're not that cool. There are times where people do, or like, you're funny or you're whatever, and they're bored where they're at. That's when you actually have something that kind of will follow you. And then I've had that. They just end up like, they just like me and my family, and they just hang around. I don't consider that as attachment. They just like, okay, I'm gonna follow you. They don't bug us. They don't do anything. They're just here. And I think that's why attachment word is so misleading, because most of the time when you talk about attachments, you're talking about something bad that's hooked on you that will not leave and is going to hurt you or bug you. Yeah, just ask any spiritual like guru you know. The only time spirits will do that is if you piss them off. If you've done something so disrespectful or so rude, that's when they do, and you're gonna fucking know it. You're gonna know it. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna smell it. You're gonna know it. So, everybody, if we could just lay off the whole demon possession, attachments, all that kind of crap, just kind of investigate. Because most of us know we've been out to hundreds of places, talked to hundreds of spirits, and we're still there. And we're not bleeding out our noses. We're not bleeding out our eyes. We didn't fall down the stairs. Our life goes on like normal. We know it's bullshit. And there's a lot of guys like me that have a tendency, when you have a grumpy spirit, I will provoke the living fuck out of them. And I will actually go to the point where, like, I'm not going to let you do something. I'd be the first one to actually get attachment. And yet, I'm still here and I don't have one. I'm just saying. Everybody have a good one? Think about what I said. Get out there. Research. Be honest. And have fun. I'll catch you guys later.